Hi everybody, so I'm just popping on to show you we just had a little mini delivery from Iceland. So I usually pop into Iceland, I don't know, every couple of months, and I just get some different things for the freezer that we don't see when we do our normal shop. As you know, we mostly shop at Aldi, Tesco and Sainsbury's, and Iceland does have some good value, but our Iceland is quite a small store, so I can't really do like the full grocery shop in there. There's always stuff that I can't get, and it is right in the middle of town. So it's not ideal for a Saturday when you're trying to do the grocery shop. So I just decided to do a little delivery. This came to just over £35, which is the minimum amount for home delivery. Everything I needed except one item. There was one substitute and one item not delivered, which was some biscuits. Ordered it yesterday, delivered today. Just left on the doorstep with a knock on the door, so all quite simple. It's the first delivery I've had since we've been in lockdown, actually. So it's Friday, Caleb's over there just doing his last day of schoolwork before half term. Hi Caleb.
Hi.
What are you doing?
Making an optical illusion.
Making an optical illusion. Wow, if you get it finished we'll perhaps show it on our dinner video. Yeah, okay, so here's what we got. Just a few little different bits to have in the freezer for Caleb for lunches or for dinners if he's not wanting what we're having. So this little micro pizza, pepperoni micro pizza, 2 pizza subs, which are just the cheese and tomato, sweet and sour chicken meal, which Caleb loves, some little popcorn scampi bites. He does like scampi, and these are just little bites rather than the big pieces. Some chicken dippers, always useful to have those in the freezer. Some of these frozen jacket potatoes. Now I did used to buy these. I haven't had any for ages. And sometimes, you know, working at home at lunchtime, I just think, oh, a jacket potato would be nice, but I don't want to faff around waiting for a jacket potato to cook in the oven. And I don't like cooked from scratch jacket potatoes just done in the microwave. I like them done in the oven. Whereas these seem to be a good blend, and I think it's Mrs. Watts for Tea has frozen jacket potatoes almost all the time, and they always look lovely. So I've got some of those. So we can have them with a meal if we need to, but also I could have one for lunches. This big huge 24 can of Diet Coke, that will last me probably all summer. I don't drink a lot of Diet Coke, but when I do want something fizzy or something a bit different to water, this is my preferred choice. And this was, I think it was £6 for 24 cans, which was a great deal. It was sort of what caught my attention and made me think about doing a little Iceland order. Then we've got this pack of, again, something a bit different for Caleb. This has got 16 bags of little biscuits in, some double chocolate cookies, some chopped chip cookies and some jammy Dodgers, just the mini bags. A thing of ice cubes. So Caleb's quite enjoying having ice in a drink, like at dinner time. I certainly would like some ice in with the Diet Coke. And also this morning when I made my coffee, I was thinking that an iced latte would be nice. So I use my Tassimo for my coffees. And I was just thinking to have it over ice would be quite nice. So I've now got the ice to do that with. 2 of the bags of strawberry and banana smoothie mix. So Toney uses this in his smoothies every day. And then I'd spotted a few other people with these and couldn't resist. The little mini Viennettas. So these are mini Viennas, they're called. But they're like the Viennetta ice cream that we all had as a child on a special occasion for dessert. They've got the salted caramel and the vanilla and chocolate one. And if I look at the calories on these, so as you know, I do follow very loosely at the moment Slimming World, and 75 calories. What is that? That's just under 4 sins for one of those, and this one is a little bit more. It's 85 calories, so it's 4.5 sins for one of those. So those are really good. And then I've not really tried many of the Slimming World meals because, as you know, I do prefer to cook my own food, but they now do these lunch pots which are really quite substantial, so you can see my hand in relation to that. I thought they would be smaller, but there's a pasta bolognese one and a coronation chicken one, and they're frozen meals. It looks like they've got lots of veggies in them. I'm just going to pop those in the freezer, just again something different to have for a lunch one day. Caleb's favourite ice creams are strawberry and vanilla cones, and so I've got 2 boxes of those. These are the cheapest way to buy them, £1 for 6 at Iceland. They're 85p for 4 at Aldi. So I got 2 boxes, so I won't need to buy those for a while. And then they had a deal on with 2 branded ice creams for think it was £3, something like that. So I picked out these Freddo sandwiches. Caleb quite likes the Freddo chocolate bars. Again, they're not bad sin-wise. They're under 100 calories, so just under 5 sins. I'd count 5 sins for one of those, which is not bad considering it's chocolate. And then I try to order, so Iceland have got exclusives on some of the Sweetie brands for ice creams. And they've had fruit salad and blackjack, which are those famous little chews from, even when I was a child, used to be able to buy 2 for a penny at the village shop. And so I was desperate to try those, and I put the fruit, they didn't have the blackjack ones in stock. I put the fruit salad in my basket. Unfortunately, they were out of stock, so they've replaced them with these, which I think might just be as nice. Dip Dab, if you remember those, and the little lollipops with a bag of sherbet to dip in. These are strawberry flavour ice lollies with a sachet of sherbet dip. So again, that sounds like it would be quite fun. I'm sure with it being sherbet, those are nowhere near as low in calories. Let's see if I can find it. Per lolly, 85 calories. So still not actually bad, just over 4 sins, between 4 and 5 sins. So all of those would be treats that I could enjoy as the weather's heating up, and something, I always like to have something after dinner to feel like I've had a dessert of some kind. Now, Caleb always has ice cream, almost always has ice cream. Toney rarely has anything. If he does, he might have a little bit of ice cream or some biscuits or something like that, unless I've baked and made cake. And for me, I often have a yoghurt, again, perhaps a couple of biscuits with a drink, but this will give me some alternatives for the summer. So that's just a little mini haul from Iceland, just to stock up the freezer a little bit with some different things to try while we're on lockdown. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you back here on the SeeSaw soon. Hi everybody, so the other little haul I've had today is one of our local market. We have a market, well, our town is a city, but it's only a city because it has a cathedral. It's not a city because it's very large. And so we have a market. It's a market town. We have a market, a farmer's market, a couple of times a week. And obviously the market traders have not been able to trade. And so a number of them have offered home delivery of kind of an assortment of things that you would normally pick up at the market. So standard boxes. So I've had one delivered today and just thought I'd show you what I got in it. So this was £25 delivered for everything I've got here. So I've got 2 huge pears, 3 huge satsuma oranges, 3 carrots, 2 white onions and 2 brown onions and 2 red onions, an iceberg lettuce, a swede, again huge, largest I've ever seen parsnip, that compared to my hand, a 4 pint of milk, a dozen farm fresh eggs, 3 tomatoes, a bunch of bananas, a cucumber, some farm fresh potatoes, again spring onions, the largest bunch. My dad used to grow spring onions and I don't think I ever saw them that huge. They are enormous. Not sure why they would grow. I guess they're just growing, and they usually get trimmed off and chopped off before they come to the grocery stores. And again, we've got a leek, and I have to say, this is probably the largest, tallest leek I've ever seen too. Just the difference, isn't it, from buying from a farm shop or a market compared to buying things that have been packaged to fit into grocery store shelves. A little bag of mushrooms, a green pepper, a bag of huge red grapes, a half a cabbage, a half a melon, which Licky and I will enjoy, and 3 rosy red shiny apples. So I thought that was quite good value. There's certainly some things that I won't now need to pick up when I'm grocery shopping because I've got this instead. I'm trying to get back into eating more fruits and vegetables again, as I've slipped on that recently, and this will certainly help me achieve that, and some lovely things there I can use for our Sunday dinner this week too. So I just thought I would share that with you, the sorts of things that are available at farm shops and market trader delivery services, as there are a lot of those out there at the moment. If you've been thinking of trying one in your area, this is an idea of what you might be able to pick up.